Hello everyone, and welcome to my series on how to catch every Bugsnax in Bugsnax. I've done this first video before, but there were two Bugsnax that I did not include because I did not know how to get them. And I did that video like 8 months ago along with two other episodes, and only just recently did I do the fourth one. Now, since I missed those two and all the other ones were completely fine, so I've decided to delete that video and redo it here to actually include all of them. And since Flavor Falls is small and so is Garden Grove, I also deleted the Garden Grove one, even though that one was perfectly fine. This way I could just merge them together because I feel like it would be easier that way because they're both pretty small. And so yeah, I'll probably put a chapter thing in the description just for when it goes from Flavor Falls to Garden Grove, just between those. And if you haven't seen the series before, then don't worry about anything because I deleted them and whatever. Just still treat this as the first episode. It's just there's one less episode now since these are both in the same one. That's all I have to say. Anyways, let's just get right into how to catch every Bugsnax in Garden Grove and Flavor Falls. So for Flavor Falls, there are 13 of them. I'm going to show you 11 of them because 2 of them here are boss-related ones, and I'm going to show those in a video I make exclusively for bosses and their minions after I do all the other ones. So I'll show you the other 11. So first I want to mention that over here we have the White Roodle, which during the day you have this White Roodle, and that is one Bugsnax. However, at nighttime there will be a regular Roodle here instead. That is also a separate Bugsnax different from the White Roodle, but you get it the exact same way. Simply, if you walk up to it, it just hides in the ground. So then just put your trap right next to it, run away, and just kind of wait for it to come out. Just wait for your trap to be blue. And then you can grab it. And there's your White Roodle, and later in the episode when it's nighttime, I'll show you the regular Roodle, but it's the exact same thing, but it's separate. So there's number 1. Number 2, we have the Strabby. Very, very easy. It just sits there. Just look at where it was. If you go near it, you'll scare it into the bush, or it'll always go into some bush, and then just put your snack trap just where it was. Run away and catch it just like anything else. There's your number 2. Number 3 is the Pinkle. You need the snack grappler for this. If you go near the Pinkle, it'll hide. All you need is 3 clicks for this. 1 click, you need the snack grappler to grapple this away. 2 click to just throw it away, and 3 to click the Pinkle to get it. You don't need the grappler to actually get the Pinkle itself, but you need it to pull off the jar. And hey, you can throw the jar afterward. Number 4 is the Ruby Peel Bug. You see this hole, there's one here and one on the other side. Put your snack trap on either side, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna put it over here, and then grab the buggy ball and put it in the other side. Let me just wait for the Sandopede. Okay. And just a little tip, you know how it's like pink when it follows it? Look at that, if it's blue, it will like move it until it turns blue, and then it automatically follows. So then you can switch to your trap, come over here, and if you just watch, you can grab it, and it is in the hole, and the buggy ball pushes it out. And that's number 4. Number 5, we have the Inch Wrap. It's down here. There's a Pinkle down here too. I'm gonna deal with that real quick because it can distract the Inch Wrap down here and make it a little bit harder, so I'm just gonna deal with that. So anyways, the Inch Wrap follows you in the water like this, and if it gets near you, it does that. But basically, sometimes if you get too far away from it, it'll leap up and down. Like, it'll leap up and go back down into burrowing. But if you go near the rock here and get it to do it just right, you can have it do that, except if you can lure it onto the stone, which I didn't do there. See, it went back in. If you can lure it onto the stone like that, it'll hit the stone, and it's stone, so it can't burrow, so it'll get knocked out and you can pick it up. and that's 5 is the inch wrap. There's also an inch wrap up there, but I don't know how to get that one. Okay. So then we'll do the... Okay, so for 6 and 7 we'll have the Sandopede and Sub-Sandopede. So if you scan it, it's a path, and they all go together. It's like one thing. It's just the front and back piece are considered Sandopedes, and the middle two are considered Sub-Sandopedes. So they're considered 2 separate listings. Yeah, the middle pieces and the end pieces. Now, if you don't have the tripwire, it's kind of hard, but there is a way to do it. If you get the attention of the inch wrap up there, cover the Sandopede in ranch when it goes up there, and use more ranch to lure the inch wrap over there. You can get it to bounce underneath it and break them all apart, and then it knocks them out so you can pick them up. But it's a lot easier if you do have the trip shot, where you can wait for it to pass and put it here and make sure you get it really low, and then you're going to grab your ranch and you're going to hit it. So you coat this in ranch, and then you're going to splash a few extra bits of ranch around. You have to do that because if you don't, the whole Sandopede will hit the tripwire and it'll just, it won't fall apart, so you can't pick up the individual pieces. Well, it looks like mine is too low, or too high, so I'm gonna spray a few extra around here so it can stay over here, and try to see if I can get this any lower. Probably not. Annoying. There you go. And you can just pick up, oop, looks like I didn't knock out that one, but pick up as many pieces as get knocked out, and those are 6 and 7 Sandopede and Sub-Sandopede. Like I said, the front and back pieces are Sandopedes, and the middle ones are Sub-Sandopedes, even though they are the exact same thing, but they are separate things. 8, we have the Lolive, or the green Lolive. There's a couple of these flying around. The easiest one I found is if you go up here. It is right here. And if you don't have the trip shot, you can do this by having the launch pad and aiming it at the Lolive and launch your trap in it, and then when it's up there, when it's over, you can catch it while the trap is in midair, and then it'll fall down. But there's a much easier way with the trip shot if you do have it. So just put it on the tree, aim it down here as close as you can to match the path, and it'll most likely hit it when it comes by. There you go, it'll fall down and you can just pick it up. So then, we have the snack pod, and if you didn't know, each area has its own type of snack pod, which it just hides, or it doesn't really hide, it just kind of sticks to random walls and stuff. Then there's 5 locations in each area where the snack pods is. Like for example, this area's snack pod is the Twisty Snack Pod, which is a bag of pretzels. But this is one of the spots. I don't know all 5 of the spots, but I know 4 of them in this area. The reason why it looks like this for me is because I already got this one and it won't respawn until I get all 5 of them, but I haven't found the 5th one yet, so I'll have to find that. But there's one of the spots. I know there's a second spot over here in that little entrance down there where the inch wrap is. If you there's a little hidden shortcut, or it's not hidden, but there's a shortcut right here that brings you right over here. You can crouch and it's right there. But if you have the grappler, you can just grab it like that. Or I guess you can come down here, grab it, and go back up, but it's also quicker. There's one up here where you start the game, and then the 4th one, I know 4 of them, I don't know all 5, but the 4th one is up here. If you go up to this path, you have to have done the Chandlo mission with the boss, because this is only in the boss's chamber. In Mama Mewin's chamber is the fourth one up there. And I don't know where the fifth one is, but those are the four that I know of. So now the two remaining ones are, like I said, with that white Roodle over here. At nighttime, there's a regular Roodle here instead of the white one, but it works the exact same, but it's considered a separate thing, and it spawns at 6 p.m. and despawns at 4 a.m. And then there's also one in here, which only appears when it rains. So I am going to be constantly sleeping until I get a night that rains, and then I can go do that. And hopefully by then, it will be the right time to get the regular Roodle, so I'm just going to go do that real quick. Okay. Now it's raining and it's 5 p.m., so this will come out soon, the regular Roodle, but for now I'll go show the one that only comes out when it's raining, which is the Caramel Pop Tick. Once again, it's one of those things, I find it kind of weird that, you know, it's one of those things where one of its variants are found in an earlier area than the regular variant. Like the Caramel Pop Tick is in the first area, but the regular Pop Tick is not here. So these guys, Caramel Pop Tick, they're very, very easy. It's just kind of luck-based. You just kind of watch out for the entrap, unless you want to take care of that first. But you just put your trap down there. I guess that might happen a couple times. Just put your trap down, and you'll kind of just have to wait until a Caramel Pop Tick just kind of falls into it. It likes cheese and chocolate, so if you want, you can bait it with one of those, but it looks like the entrap is about to get at it again, so I might want to just deal with him quickly. Okay, I'm unable to get him right now. Hopefully this hits him. There you go. Okay. Well, that was a little annoying, but it's easier to take out the Pinkle and the entrap in here before we do that. So, yeah, just put your trap down and kind of just wait for one of them to make it in. I mean, sometimes, or most of the time, they bounce off the top, but sometimes you're able to get it. And there's your Caramel Pop Tick. Appears down in this little cave only when it's raining. And the last non-boss one for this area is the regular Roodle. Here it is. Oops. That's it. There you go. It's the exact same thing as the white Roodle. It's just the nighttime version. Once again, you can see how it goes into the ground like that when I go near it. Same thing as the white Roodle. Just put down your trap exactly where it is, run away a little bit, and just wait for it to come up and hit it. Probably one of the easiest in the entire game. And that is all of them in Flavor Falls. And like I said, since Flavor Falls is a small area, I'm going to do Garden Grove as well. So, let me just, get there, and then, I'll do all the ones in Garden Grove, which are easier than these, actually. Okay. Here we are in Garden Grove. These ones are probably easier. I mean, you actually get to these first, because when you are in Flavor Falls, even though it's the first area, it's the tutorial. So there's only a Roodle and there's a couple Roodles and a couple Strabbies there, and everything else, including the ranch dressing, actually doesn't even appear at all until you come back there sometime after the tutorial, and so you actually have to catch some of them in this area for Wambus, and those are actually parts of the quests. So these are probably easier because you access them first. So anyways, let's get started right away. We have the white Strabby right here. It is the exact same as the regular Strabby. Just see where it is. Go near it. Put your trap right where it was. It'll go in a bush. Run away, and it'll make its way back out. Literally not even seeing your trap, so you can just snap it right there. And there is your number one white Strabby. Oh yeah, right here. Oh, not up here. Garden Grove. There's only 9 of them here. There's 1 out of 9. Also, or not all, but most of the Bugsnax in Garden Grove like ketchup. So make sure to stock on that. We have the weenie worm over here. It is the most simple thing ever. Put your trap where it is not. Run away a little bit and wait. There's number 2, the weenie worm. Number 3, we have the Dr. Sodi. It is one of the Sodis, which a bunch of areas have Sodis, and basically all that means is it just chills in the water, and it doesn't care about your trap at all. Just put your trap anywhere and catch it. It doesn't care. And you actually have to remove it if you're going to get a bunger, because, well, you need to, because, the Sodis, they go around, and if they see any ketchup or any sauce, they will spray it and get rid of it. And you need that for the bunger, so you probably should get rid of that anyway. Plus, it is the easiest thing to catch. The only thing that's hard about it is if you're trying to catch it over here, you can't do it when the bunger's there because he'll break your trap, but that's the only hard thing about it. Yeah, there's number 2. Oh, and obviously out of the 9 of these, one of them is the snack pod, the crispy snack pod. So really, there's just 8 I'm showing you, and I'll show you all the locations I know when I pass by them. So that's number 2, the Dr. Sodi, one of the many Sodis in the game. Number 3, we have the Frider. If you go in this cave, by the way, there is a snack pod right there. You have these Friders up here. If you're lucky, you can, or not lucky, but if you do it right, you can catch 2 of them. So they might be scared at you at first, but just put your trap down just somewhere. Wait for them to, or if you only want one, it's fine, but if you're gonna get both of them, wait for them to be close. Get your slingshot ready with ketchup, and just bait it with ketchup. Switch over to your trap, and they will go around right away. Looks like, yeah, there you go. I got both of them now. I'm gonna see if I can catch both of them at the same time. Nope, only got one of them, but whatever. Frider. That's how you get the Frider. Which is number 4. Number 5, we have the Shishka bugs, and there's one over here and one over there. I scared this one, so it goes in the bush. So it's like a Strabby, but it stays in the bush forever until it's forced out. There's another one over there. If I spook that one, it'll go into the bush, and it'll stay there until it's forced out. And you have to force it out by a bunger, because the bunger is I think it's the only aggressive one that's in this this area. So yeah, so since the bunger probably likes ketchup more than any of the other characters, just wait for it to get over here and then put sauce or put ketchup on the bush. Actually, oops, I forgot a step. Notice that it's gonna run between these 2 bushes. I forgot. You put your trap in between, and then cover whichever bush it's in ketchup, whatever one's shaking. Switch to your trap, let the bunger force it out, and grab it over here. And for the one over there, it's fine. There's another bunger right over there, so you can do that too. But there has to be 2 bungers, because you need 2 bungers to actually get the bunger, because you need one of them to knock the other one out, because since they're aggressive and they will attack anything with ketchup, this is how you get them. You have to use ketchup to get one of these over here. You have to get rid of the sodi, because otherwise it won't go away. And you need to get both of them over here. Get them into the same spot, and then cover one of them in ketchup. The other one will attack the one covered in ketchup and knock it out, and then you can go ahead and pick it up, because I think this is actually the introduction to characters that can't that you can't get with the trap because they don't want to be in the trap, I guess. Okay. Alright. Okay, 2 more. We have the cob hopper. I'll do the sweetie fly first because it's only available at daytime. So there it is. And I'll show the early way to do it. It's only slightly harder to do, and it's just you just need the launch pad, or the lunch pad, and just aim it at one of them. Put your snack trap on it, wait for it to go to sleep, launch it over there, and pick it up quickly. I didn't do that quick enough. I know it evades stuff really quickly, so let me see if I can hopefully get it this time. Oh, I want it. There you go. Come on. There you go. You have to be very quick about it, because if you don't, then, well, you have to because it evades traps, and this is the only thing it doesn't evade. I mean, I guess you can hit it with the trip shot as well, but it evades traps when it's flying around, so you have to hit it when it goes to rest. And then the last one we have over here is the cob hopper. This one you can't get until you have the trip shot. It's the only one in it's the only early game one that you need the trip shot to get, because I think all the other ones, stuff like the Quookie and the Cheeser, they're all in later areas, so you don't you would have it by then anyway. So the cob hopper is just gonna jump between trees over here. So yeah, you're just gonna kind of put your trap, kind of go between the path. And where's the spot? There it is. That's probably not gonna work now. But what you can do though is you can put down your lunch pad and use it as a base, because apparently the trip shot can actually attach onto it. Or not that way, it'd be the other way around. You can since the trip shot can only be placed on specific platform or specific types of ground, like rocks, but it can't be put on grass and stuff. You can actually put it on the launch pad. So let me just, that's not what I was trying to do. There you go. That's probably too low. Yeah, it's too low. You can also go all the way up here. You can try that too. Maybe that will work. Oh, I see. It's just gonna be annoying and jump that way this time. Why is it over here now? It was jumping over. Okay, there you go. Alright, go. There you go. You gotta drop down and then just pick it up. There's your cob hopper. The hardest of the ones in Garden Grove. And yeah, I think there was only a few snack pod locations I actually know. So I showed you one of them in the Frider Cave. I know there's one over here, but there was no reason to go over here, so I can't show you it, but it's right there. I'm trying to think if I can remember any other one. Oh yeah, there's one over here. I think is it behind? Yeah, right there. That's the only ones I know. So yeah, I know 3 out of the 5 of them here. But that is it for both Flavor Falls and Garden Grove. I'm only doing this since when I did the first one, I included all but 2 because I didn't know how to catch those. And yeah, and so here's the updated one with both of those. 8 months later. As well as merging it with Garden Grove because they're both small, and now I both of those are deleted. And this one will take its place. So that is it for those two areas, the first two areas. And now that I'm all caught up, the next one, if I get to it, should be on Scorched Gorge, because I did these two, Simmering Springs, Boiling Bay, and then Scorched Gorge will be the next target. So, yes. Scorched Gorge next video, possibly, perhaps. And, yeah, I don't have anything else to say. End.